Hello, today I will be presenting my ethical decision making as an educator presentation. So my first slide is about the importance of ethics in education. Ethics in education creates a culture of integrity and guides students and educators to make morally sound decisions. It promotes values such as respect, responsibility, and fairness. It creates a positive and inclusive learning environment. By teaching ethical values, education prepares individuals to get through complicated societal challenges with honesty and empathy. Ethics in education builds a foundation for character development, then molds responsible citizens who contribute to making society a safe, loving, and educated environment. The next slide is about the core principles of ethics. The Model Code of Ethics for Educators focuses on the core ethical principles in education. It emphasizes responsibility, fairness, and integrity. It promotes the commitment to the welfare of students and ensures equity and unbiased treatment, as well as confidentiality. Educators are guided to maintain professional competence and respectful interactions with colleagues, families, and communities. These principles uphold trust and accountability, which promotes ethical behavior and decision-making in the educational settings. The next slide is responsibility to the profession. A professional educator demonstrates responsibility to themselves and their profession by complying to the Model Code of Ethics for Educators and other recognized ethical standards while respecting relevant laws, policies, and procedures, no matter what their personal views are. So, regardless of my personal views, it is very important that I comply with these rules. And educators also prioritize their mental, physical, and emotional well-being to effectively fulfill their professional duties and take appropriate action when personal or health challenges may interfere with their work. Educators avoid engaging in activities that could undermine their effectiveness within the school community. They refrain from using their position for personal gain and ensure that they maintain integrity by avoiding any appearance of impropriety. Importantly, they take credit only for work they have personally performed and acknowledge the contribution of others. The next slide is called responsibility to the school community. So what does this mean? The professional educator fosters appropriate and effective relationships with parents, colleagues, and the community, and employers by complying with ethical standards of communication, responsibility, and respect. They communicate with parents, guardians in a timely, respectful, and culturally sensitive manner, which demonstrates commitment to equity, diversity, and inclusion while maintaining confidentiality and considering the implications of giving or receiving gifts. Educators maintain civility with colleagues, resolve conflicts respectfully, and work to create a harassment-free, collaborative environment that prioritizes academic achievement and student welfare. The next slide is about the role of personal values and virtues in decision-making. So decision-making is deeply influenced by personal values, virtues, and experiences which shape an individual's perspective and actions. The College of Education's core values such as integrity, respect, and excellence guide ethical and effective decisions, professional dispositions of learners, including collaboration, reflection, empathy, which further ensure decisions that are thoughtful and student-centered. This slide is called the ethical dilemmas teachers may face in the classroom. Teachers often encounter ethical dilemmas such as addressing student dishonesty, balancing fairness and individual needs, and managing conflicts with parents or colleagues. These situations require understanding diverse perspectives, including the student's intentions, parental concerns, and institutional policies. Thoughtful decision-making involves weighing the pros and cons of actions and prioritizing integrity, fairness, and student welfare. Educators can choose actions that align with ethical standards and foster trust within the learning community by critically analyzing every option. This slide is called Equal Attention to All Students. So this is a dilemma that teachers may face in the classroom. So how can a teacher deal with this type of situation? In this situation, teacher notices that they are naturally giving more attention to students who are more outspoken and engaged, possibly neglecting the quieter students who may also need support. How can teachers ensure that they're providing equal opportunities and attention to all the students? To ensure equal opportunities and attention for all students, the teacher can take several important steps. First of all, they should reflect on their interactions with students to identify any unconscious biases by acknowledging their tendency to focus more on the outspoken students. Then they can make a conscious effort to engage quieter students by asking specific questions, encouraging alternative forms of participation like written responses, and using a variety of teaching methods to cater to different learning styles. Examples of this could be organizing small group work, for example, providing quieter students with a less intimidating environment to contribute, listening actively, providing feedback to all of the students. Teachers can ensure that both outspoken and quiet students feel valued. Check-ins can be done periodically, and individualized support can be either a one-on-one or in small groups, and this can fulfill the needs of quieter students. By creating a safe and inclusive classroom culture, it'll make everybody feel comfortable and making sure that every student participates in the classroom. Fairness in grading. So this is another example of an ethical dilemma that teacher can face in the classroom. So a teacher discovers that a typically high-performing student has submitted a project that is below their usual standard. The teacher suspects the student may be dealing with personal issues. Should the teacher grade the project on its merits alone, or should they consider the student's circumstances? So in this situation, the teacher should consider grading both the project on its merits and being mindful of the student's circumstances. The teacher should assess the work based on established criteria, but also consider the context of the student's usual performance and the possibility that personal issues could be affecting their work. A balanced approach could involve having a private conversation with the student to understand their situation better and offering support if appropriate. This can help the teacher make an informed decision. This will make sure the fairness is applied, while it also recognizes the student's potential challenges. The teacher needs to maintain academic integrity and apply any accommodations consistently and fairly to all the students for educational growth. And these are the references. Thank you so much for watching my video.